beautiful London at the World Blockchain Forum, and we're here with Jason King of Kingsland University. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You had your talk yesterday and got some good receptions?
Yeah, World Blockchain Forum is great. We announced Academy, Kingsland School of Blockchain, last year at World Blockchain Forum, so this is kind of our 1-year anniversary, so it's good to be back.
Lots of students enrolling?
Yeah, so we're the only U.S. accredited school for blockchain development, and so basically what we do is we take existing software developers and we train them up on blockchain best practices. So we make software developers into blockchain developers.
Wow! Yeah. Wow! And all these, I mean, Solidity, the whole thing.
Yeah, we teach. We're blockchain agnostic, but we basically teach the whole ecosystem. We do blockchain primitives, Bitcoin Core, decentralized consensus, layer 2 technologies, Ethereum Mist, and then we get into Solidity and decentralized application development.
So still needs to be lots of education to do, eh?
Yeah, for sure. And currently we're only working with existing qualified software developers. So you pretty much already have to know how to be a programmer before you can get into one of our classes.
All right. And what do you see? I mean, some of these ICOs or projects are focusing on, for instance, C++ developers coming into the space, etc. For instance, Stratus. What do you see of these developments of bridging?
One of the interesting things is that there's so many new technologies that are coming online, right? And so some are going to be more language focused than others. Like Ada, like Cardano is heavily Haskell based, and we're going to see that, and it's basically we're going to kind of have to fight it out and see which of these protocols, which of these technologies survive, and regardless of what it is, Kingsland will be here to teach it.
All right.
Yep.
So what do you think in general about the next phase of the industry? I mean, what going to see? I mean, in the development and stabilization of the industry.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to continue to see growth. I mean, we're always going to have volatility in the market, but I think what we're doing is really key to it, because a lot of these projects are growing and they're very interesting, but attracting engineering talent is difficult for everybody, and so we're trying to get as many new developers into the blockchain ecosystem as possible, as fast as possible, and I think that's ultimately going to help everyone.
You talk to U.S. enterprises of actually hiring this talent, or what?
Yeah, I mean, we have a huge backlog of people that want to hire our graduates. It's basically we're going to graduate 1,600 graduates this year, and we have requests for over 10,000 graduates. Wow. So, I mean, there's a huge demand for blockchain developers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have personal favorites or?
Personal favorites
in projects? Yeah, I mean, you mentioned Cardano. Perhaps you have other favorites.
Charles is doing good stuff. I mean, I'm still an Ethereum believer. I think the work that they're doing there is good. I think EOS is doing a lot of interesting things, and I'm really interested to see how they scale up.
Yeah.
And it's an exciting time to be in crypto.
Still an Ethereum believer. I mean, the whole sharding process, and then of course Plasma it's delayed until next year.
I mean, Ethereum has a history of missing their deadlines, right? But yeah. I think it's important to remember that they're building technology that's never existed before, right? They're not just repurposing old stuff. So a lot of times when you're doing that level of R&D, it's going to take a little bit longer than what you estimate it to be. But I think that why I believe in Ethereum is that there's so many companies that are building on it. There's so much, the ecosystem is so vast that I think that ultimately that they're going to always be a major player.
Can you take a parallel to the tech world or the internet world, or do you see parallels?
Well, yeah, I think that Microsoft, right, is that. I think most people would think that they're not very relevant today, but they're still a huge company, right? Yeah, and they had a very large impact on creating the world that we're in today. And I think Ethereum will be something along those lines always.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Thank you very much, Jason, for your time. And if Dutch students want to enroll, they have to come to the US, or is it online?
No, we're working on some online offerings, and I think we're actually looking at some in-person classes in the Netherlands as well. So kingslanduniversity.com.
All right. Thank you very much again.
Thanks for having me. Take care.